Hey y'all, it's Michelle. So this is my last week as a lame duck on my current job. And if any of you have ever gone through a merger or acquisition type experience and you were the on the end of the and you were part of the company that was acquired, then you may be familiar with what I am going through right now. I literally have just like 2.5 days to go. So it's a very down week, not down mentally or emotionally, but just down time. So, as part of my last week, I just want to milk every day for all that I can get out of it because I do start work on my new job next Monday. So it will be back to reality for me, like really working full long days again. Um, or not long days, but normal work days. It's been a while since I've had a normal schedule. And full days. So, anyway, as I said, if you've gone through a merger or acquisition, you know what I mean. So, I want to really enjoy this week. I want to do something every day that's just a little bit just special, just really relaxing and enjoying myself this week. I'm getting a little bit of a late start this morning because we had like kind of a non Super Bowl party last night. And I won't say what time it is, but I'm on my way to Publix to get a fruit bowl and to look for some more of the Halo ice cream. The shelves are like always empty. They must sell it out like the moment it comes in, the day it comes in. So, anyway, it's a beautiful day. I think it's only like in the 50s right now, but it's a good day. I just feel good. My countdown. I'm in the midst of my countdown. Just walking across campus, and this is a beautiful, beautiful campus. I don't know if this shot is even really doing it justice, but let me just go back here and show you. There's usually geese in here at certain times of the year, of course. And then on this side, these are little spots where I used to come and read. There's benches in between these little aisles of greenery and trees. The trees aren't in bloom now, but in the summer when they're in bloom, it is beautiful and so peaceful. So yeah, this is where I have worked for 7 years. This is where I have called home. I don't know if you can see that, but if there's a glare, but that's the smokers area. Plenty of spaces for the smokers. A few years ago, someone was killed on the way to work, and as a result, they ended up building this little memorial area here in memorial for, I guess, any of our employees that had passed away. Um, yeah, I thought that was very respectful. So I'm sitting outside. I just listened to a Periscope. This was really good. And now I am about to read my book. And of course, I've got Miss Pixie here relaxing. Job to return my library books. I won't be on this side of town on a regular basis anymore, so I will be choosing a new home branch. I am home from work after putting in a full day's work. So I just walked Pixie, and I think that when I get back in, I'm going to get in bed and watch a movie. That's something that I don't know when I have done. It's been many, many years if I have done it. And it's just a simple thing, but to be in bed and to feel well, like I'm not sick, but just to get in bed at 3 in the afternoon and find a good movie to watch, yeah, that's going to be nice. It's not a beautiful day today. So I don't think I'm going to spend much time on my balcony. I'm just sitting out here in the park now. I don't know if you guys can, yeah, I don't know if you can see. But anyway, that's where I am. I have T minus 1/2 day left. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and I go in for a half day, and then a few of us are going to lunch, and that's it. And to give a little bit more information to let you know what the environment has been like for me. I gave a little bit of information back in my very first video about, the merger, but just to give you a timeline of what's been going on. So the merger happened back in May, and I'm calling it a merger because that's technically what it was, but for all intents and purposes, we were acquired, and most of our jobs have moved to another state. So the merger happened in May. We transitioned our work in September. Most of the employees on my campus in my department at large were let go in November. And then there have been just a trace few of us that were kept on to the last minute, just to be able to answer any lingering questions and things like that. So we're talking pretty much since September of being in kind of a lame duck status, if you will. So how am I feeling now? I feel excited. I'm excited to start a new adventure, but I feel it's kind of surreal because we had gone through the threat of another huge merger about a year. Well, now it's probably been 2 years ago. So we had the emotions of going through all that and wondering, is it going to happen? Are we going to have jobs? And, we've been riding this wave actually since I think 2013. We've been riding the whole merger, is it going to happen wave since then. So, just the fact that it's finally actually happened just feels a little surreal. Like, I can't believe all of my coworkers are gone, with the exception of just a few of us. So, I don't feel the sadness at this point because everyone that I was close to and really worked with the exception of just a few, were let go back in November. So I've already gotten over all of that part of it. So now it's just been, just a waiting period until, my last day. So what's it been like? The campus it's no longer eerie because I've gotten used to it. But in the beginning, like back in November when probably 90% of the people were let go, it was just so strange because you could just drive up and park anywhere. There's no longer an issue with parking. Not that we ever had an issue, but just the fact that you can drive up even as late as 8:30 or 9 o'clock and just park anywhere, have your choice of parking spaces. That was new. On our floor, one whole side of our floor is just empty, so the lights don't even trip on that whole side of the floor. So you walk down the halls and you can see a whole side of the floor is dark. That's weird. So there's just things like that were very, very strange in the beginning, but I've gotten used to, since it has been going on for a couple months now. So yeah, at this point, I'm just ready. So I can't believe it happened. It finally did. Everyone's gone. And now it's just my turn to go. Everyone has moved on, and, most people that I know, they've already been on their new jobs for, a month or so, or at least a month or so, and they've just moved on with their lives. And, I'm very grateful and blessed that I do have a job that I will start on Monday. But it's just been just a waiting game. So yeah, that's where I am. So tomorrow, lunch, and then Thursday is I just go in and turn in my equipment. So yeah, that's what it's like going through a merger or being acquired and losing your job. It's a very surreal feeling. You go through a period of, I think there's all the gamut, our emotions when everyone was still there. We just, we ran the gamut of emotions. We probably went through the whole grief cycle, I'm sure.
of just, denial. And, when it first happened, we were really wondering and really thinking, well, maybe we'll still keep our jobs here, even though the merger happened, and their headquarters is there. We have this beautiful campus. Like, why would they want to get rid of us? We're awesome. So, but they did, yeah. So, so yeah, it happened, and here we are. This is what happens in life. This is the first time I've ever gone through something like this. Several people that I worked with have gone through this multiple times, and I can't even imagine. And I know this is just corporate America. This is what happens. It's big business. Companies they're out for the bottom line, so they are going to take care of their business and make what they feel are wise decisions for their business. So it happens, and it's happening more and more often. Long gone are the days where you get a job and you work there for 30 years, 30 and out. Most people will have multiple, will work for multiple companies throughout their career at this point, and that's just the reality of it. So we just have to be flexible. If you're in the workforce, I just say that flexibility is the key to your sanity. It's just being flexible and knowing that you're going to be okay in the long run. You just have to go through changes, and that's just life. So yeah, I just was in a chatty mood once I came in from my walk and just decided to sit down and kind of give you a summary of what has happened. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, last day. Well, it's Wednesday, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and the first thing that came to me was like, this is the day. And then I went back to sleep. But it's just funny that just was at the forefront of my mind, even like waking up. So I have one more box to pack when I get to work. I packed up most of my things like back in November and brought them home, but I left like a few things until the last minute, like the things I had personally ordered, some things to elevate my monitors. So those are mine. I'm going to bring those home, and just a few other odds and ends. But like all of my personal effects and all that, I took that stuff home a couple months ago. Actually, it's in my trunk. Yeah, I didn't even, and you know what, that's a good idea that I left it in my trunk, because I can just take that box right on into my new job. Most likely those are things that were in my desk drawers that are personal to me. That's just stuff that I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I think like stuff like my bowl, my utensils that I would use at work, my condiments and stuff like that. Well, maybe not my condiment, whatever. The point is, the box is in my trunk, which is perfect because I could just take it right on into my new job. So yeah, I'm just sitting here in my car. I thought I was going to go in a little bit later, but it's like 7:46. So it's like this week, no matter what I do, I'm still getting to work earlier than I wanted to. Even after laying in. But it's a good idea, because this is probably the time that I will be leaving for work starting next week anyway. So it's a good idea just to stay on my schedule. So okay, so let's get this day started. I just thought of something I can do to stall. I have a couple sweaters in my back seat that need to go to the dry cleaner. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now I am sitting here reviewing my separation agreement and general release. I've had it for like a week. I think you get it like a week before your actual last day. So I just need to sign it, go over everything and sign it. And this is the kickoff for receiving your severance. Yeah, your agreement. I think your agreement has to be, I think this is universal for every company. Hi. Yes. Yeah. I think that your agreement has to be on file for 5 or 7 days before your severance can kick off. So anyway, just FYI.
The secret is out now, folks. That's where I worked.